how would you like to draw a pretty ballerina with me? Let's get to it. All right, I'm gonna start my ballerina with her hair, with her bangs. I'm gonna go. There you go. I'm gonna turn that into a ballerina. That's actually her hair, so I'm gonna draw her head now with this kind of U shape here, and then her ear is gonna be right over here, and her hair is gonna kind of come behind her ear like this. Over here, this hair is gonna like go back behind her head. There you go. That's my ballerina's head. Let's give her some ballerina hairstyle. So I'll use a couple circles here to make like a little thing to hold back her hair, and kind of an S-shaped curve to give her her ponytail. All right, there's my ballerina's head. All right. Next thing about drawing a ballerina, next thing I like to do when I draw a ballerina is a couple circles on either shoulder. I don't think I've actually ever seen a ballerina have circle shoulders like this, but every time I draw one, I always make those shoulders. And from here, we got her ballerina arms up in the air because she's, I don't know, she's going to be leaping through the air and throwing her arms up. And whatever you do on one side, got to do to the other side to keep my ballerina in balance. If there's one thing ballerinas have to do, it's be balanced. Okay, so I'm going to give her a really short neck, and then kind of connect her shoulders to her neck with that little collarbone there. And then just a little kind of neckline for her dress. Now coming down here, I'll just draw a little line down from each shoulder until I get to the absolute best part of drawing ballerinas, the tutu. So I'm going to come on over here somewhere underneath where her hands are, and I'm going to do a really fun line. It goes like this: up, down, up, down, up, down. And I'm just coming across my ballerina's belly, following this up, down thing. And I'll stop somewhere over here. Yeah, underneath her other hand. That's her tutu. Now, before I go back and finish off that tutu, I'm going to move on and do some more ballerina work. So it's going to be unfinished here for a minute. Now I'll go down here and I'll do the second best part of making the ballerina, the legs. I like to make the legs because I make them as the letter B. So I have her leg coming down here. Now watch this. I'm going to come back up with two things like the letter B. Ballerina B. That's going to be her foot. And now I'll do that again. Except this time I'll make a longer B. See that? So I have a little B for her foot and then a longer B for her leg. And, you know, ballerinas do a lot of fancy footwork, so I'll move another leg over here. So another straight line, and then I'll go B. And then I'll go ahead and do a longer B. And there you go. There's my ballerina. She is ready for her details, for the detail work. Okay, so I'm going to switch away from my thick marker and go to my thin one. And you know what? I'll start with her face. This ballerina is going to be very proud of herself because she's doing a wonderful dance that she practiced. So I'm going to give her these upside down U-shaped eyes. Those are like calm, satisfied eyes, I guess. And a little happy mouth. Over here, I'll fill in her ear. And you know what? What the heck? Let's go ahead and give her a little ballerina crown, a little tiara or something. There you go. All right, now let's move on and talk about this tutu here. So from the top of my tutu, I'm going to draw a line back to where her her hips are, her belly or whatever. And I'll do that over here. Now, I want you to imagine that there's a belly button right there. I'm not going to draw it because it's not that kind of show, kids. But we're going to go from the top of every one of these back to that belly button. Back to where that belly button would be. So all these lines sort of point backwards to that belly button. And they don't have to be perfect lines, and they don't have to be exactly straight. They can be wobbly. There we go. It creates that kind of ballerina tutu. You can also go underneath and draw like these lines in towards the belly button. It's not really necessary, but as you can see, it does add a little something to the tutu. This is just such a great way to draw, and you never get to do it unless you're doing ballerinas or like funny people wearing old collars or something. Anyway, let's go down here and look at her bee ballerina feet. I like to make like a little thing here that's like the top of her shoe, and then of course I like to do these X's that kind of show like the straps that ballerinas wear sometimes. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a ballerina do this, but in my little cartoon world they do. Alright, and I'm also going to give her some really long, elegant ballerina princess gloves there. So there she is. And we'll do a couple stars here and there. Like she's doing some dancing magic. Just some little stars here and there. And I think that's it for our ballerina. If you want, you can go back and you can add some shadow underneath, make her look like she's leaping. Or you could go back and you could kind of add some lines here to make her hair have a little bit of texture. But I think for right now, my ballerina is done. So thanks very much for joining me today and drawing a ballerina with me.